Yeah, I don't really have bad dreams either.
I've had nightmares before.
Yeah, are they like reoccurring ones or just different ones every time?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had bad ones though. I'm not gonna get into it because it gets into like when I thought I had a ghost.
Oh shit! I feel like I need to know more.
I had a ghost.
That's sleep paralysis, dude. Do you have sleep paralysis?
No.
Okay.
I'll get into it briefly because it's one of my most favorite places that I've ever been to in the world, which is very limited, is Savannah, Georgia. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've been there before.
I have not.
Okay, well, it's on the East Coast. Obviously, it's in Georgia. Very old historic town, 1700s, some areas, old colonial squares, open container in the entire town, which is nice. Very touristy, though. But apparently, some people say the first, some people say the first or second most haunted town in the United States. I do not believe in ghosts. I do not believe in, like, weird
Which is fascinating because the story started off as, it leads to the one time I thought I had a ghost following me.
Correct.
All right, continue.
So, we did ghost tours and stuff. I was out there. And there's a particular house that is like one of the most haunted houses, and they go through the stories of all the people that have died in there. And then you're standing on like a colonial square where there was a bunch of bodies in there because of hay fever. So they buried mass graves.
Yep.
And they get dug up all the time. Mm-hmm. Like people are like construction workers are putting light posts in there digging, and you can look up in the newspapers like body found in Savannah, and you'll never stop. You'll see a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So the potential is there. Mm-hmm. So the most haunted house, they're like, don't get too close, because, whatever. So I got close, and I even rubbed my hand on it. I was like, who haunted? My girlfriend at the time, she was like, oh my God, don't. I'm just like, yeah, being a hard ass. So,
I'm so tough.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. But that night, I had the worst dream I ever had in my life. And what they tell you is that there is a spirit that occupies a house called a Boohag. And a Boohag is something that specifically gives you sleep paralysis in your dreams and haunts you at night. Mm-hmm. And there's like an old wives' tale, like to get rid of them. Mm-hmm. Really, what happens is you have negative energy and they feed on it. And then the more they eat of the negative energy, the more negative energy you have.
Yes.
So it's like a chain reaction. So the only real way to get rid of them is to do things that make you happy. That's what they say. Mm-hmm. But you can slow them down by putting things they have to count by your bedroom door. So like,
oh my God.
like a broom.
The OCD.
A broom because they have OCD. So they count every bristle, or you
not
put
today.
Or
ghost.
you put rice like in a bowl or something. They'll count the grain. Yeah, that's I don't know. But again, it's probably just back to like, oh, now I can sleep comfortably because this ghost is going to be counting fucking rice all night.
Yeah, that's so random.
But that night I had, and I'm telling you, I didn't even care at all about this thing. But what happened is I had like the worst nightmare I ever had in my life. Mm-hmm. And I woke up screaming. I was screaming and crying. And I blame it not on a ghost or a Boohag, but I blame it on the fact that my brain was imprinted with a scary story and it played a trick on myself. But it continued for weeks.
Every single night?
Not every night.
Okay.
It petered off. But it continued, and for a brief period of time, I legit thought, okay, maybe there's some truth to this thing, and I didn't know what to do.
Because it had continued on.
It continued, and it follows you. It supposedly you can go home with it. So I mean, at home afterwards, like it happened, and
how long ago was this? You didn't bring a mirror, right?
No. I mean, maybe no.
Stop it.
No, and a Boohag, it's a woman, so I don't know.
You didn't bring her here.
No, I did not bring her here.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm creeping you out, huh?
A little bit.
That was years ago. It was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Our call, for sure gone.
No, it's for sure gone. I got big thing of rice at home. They're counting it up.
Oh gosh. I just love the fact too that you were just like
yeah, I was being cocky about it.
Get this house.
Yeah.
Look, I'm touching it.
Yeah.
You told me not to get too close. Why you gotta push your limits, man? Why you gotta push your limits, Brad?
I don't know. And that was like a 10-minute thing that I went to. I was like, well, I've had nightmares before. And now you just got a full story.
All right, good to know because I've had sleep paralysis before.
I've never had it. My mother says she gets it a lot.
It's like so when you're like sleeping at night, what happens is I guess your brain is trying to talk to the rest of your body and let you know that you're awake, but it's not sending the signal. So your eyes are open and you can process everything that's going around, but you can't move your body. And because you can see what's going on and you can't move it all, you're hypersensitive. So you hear things that aren't actually, you might hear like a door, like something that would scare you, you know what I mean? And if my bedroom door is open, it hasn't happened in a while, which I'm super grateful for, because it's such a dark place, because your eyes start to make things out of the dark.
Yeah.
And you cannot move. But I also learned how to get out of sleep paralysis. So you said your mom says she gets it. Does she still get it?
She hasn't talked about it in a while.
All right, well, ask her if she still gets it.
I'm not going to bring it up, because it seems like when it's brought up and she watches like something on True TV or some shit, then she's like, I watched some on True, and then I had it. I'm just like, I'm not saying
You're like,
nothing.
TV, Mom, it's got to be, like, no more TV for you. But it's how you control your breathing, because that's the only thing that you can control, right? I can control whether my eyes are open or not and my breathing. That's it. I could sit there. I feel like fucking Uma Thurman in Kill Bill, where I'm like, move your big toe, bitch, just do it. And you can't. You're telling yourself to, but your body's just not responding.
Yeah.
So I slow down my breathing. I take really deep breaths. And then I start breathing really quickly, and it'll knock your body out of it. It's worked 10 out of 10 times. I was listening, actually, it was to a TED Talk. It was a doctor that kind of specialized in it, and I was like, I didn't even know what it was called. I was just like, sometimes I get like fucked up at night. No,
sometimes I get
because
fucked up.
You know, I'm first generation born in America, so when my parents are saying stuff, they say it in Vietnamese. So the translation isn't sleep paralysis. You know what they call it? They call it mad dad, and that literally means a ghost is squishing you.
No
mad
way.
Dad. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, that's just what it is. And I didn't know the right way to even research it, because I only knew the Vietnamese term for it.
Yeah.
So then when this doctor was talking about it, and I was like, sleep paralysis. All right, control your breathing. All right, cool. Noted.
Yeah.
I remember that shit, and I'm going to try it out next time. And it totally works. And that's when I realized what mad dad was. That is just
mad dad.
Mad dad. Yeah, ghost, like squishing you. That's what it means.
Wow.
And like, you probably wouldn't even be scared, because you had a ghost follow you home, bro.
Apparently.
So I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
You would
well,
work.
apparently, like, the biggest thing is you get sleep paralysis, and some people see it. Like there's like Boohag is a term meaning something that rides you. So like, not like rides like you would think, but like it like pins you down, like you would say, and put in like you can't do anything.
Yeah. And has like your legs and your arms pinned down so that you can't move at all.
Yeah,
it's
and
horrifying.
it sucks the. So yeah, I mean, look up
Your
Boohag.
soul.
Look up Boohag. It's
Your
creepy.
soul.
Anyways, I hope I didn't bring the Boohag back to my house. God damn it.
Yeah, your house is
See,
fine.
that's my reasoning. Is I think just because I brought it to light, now my brain's gonna click and it's gonna play a trick on me. I still don't think of.
Stay tuned, you guys. Tomorrow we'll see if Brad actually has
a Boohag.
A Boohag situation tomorrow night.